Hi Capricorn, welcome to November 2017 Love and General Tarot reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon and Rising. Right, I'm going to do a general reading with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I'm going to do a little love reading and pull some love oracle cards. And thank you Capricorn for liking, sharing and subscribing, and do comment on the video if it resonates with you. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do that in the description box or visit my website gemstonetarot.com. If you want to book a private reading, all the details are in the description box as well. Ooh. Ooh about your cards, not ooh about my description box. Ooh. I have got a cat marauding about in here somewhere. Valentine is on the loose. And I don't know where she is. It's a bit like an episode of Stranger Things. Ooh. That's an interesting reading, Capricorn. Got my hot water bottle as well, if you can hear gurgling. There's a conflict for me, Capricorn, between what's actually going on and how you feel about it. In the middle, I've got the Five of Pentacles, and this is a feeling of being left out in the cold. And this is how I feel you enter November. You are feeling a bit like you're out in the cold. You're not quite in with the crowd. You're square peg in a round hole a bit, not quite sure of your place in the world. Feeling vulnerable. Nine of Wands in reverse, feeling vulnerable. And yet undefended, which I like. There's something you feel you can't get out of, a mindset you feel you can't quite shake. A mindset of lack that you feel you can't quite shake. Something you might want to do is ask yourself about your mother. Sounds really weird, but got the Empress in the reverse. That's the mother of the tarot in the reverse. And sometimes I just get the message that feelings such as lack or poverty, whether it's to do with emotion or feeling unwanted slightly, sometimes have to do with your mother and how she modelled unconditional love to you. And that's not to judge, that's just to observe on how it affects you now. Because that's what we're interested in, Capricorn, is how it affects you now. You know, and Capricorn does not like feeling out in the cold if the pentacles are there. Pentacles are warm and cosy. And I'm not just talking about money, but I am talking about security. And Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn, you crave security of some kind or another. And you're usually good at getting it and holding on to it. And the message here, actually, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Mr. Spreadsheet, is Mr. Spreadsheet. Carry on in the way that you think you should, if that makes sense. Hard work and patience, which is a Capricorn mantra. Capricorns work really hard. They also attract material things to a certain extent, property. Even if they don't attract property, there will be property in the family or something. There'll be some sort of inheritance or issues. But all you need to do is to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Mr. Spreadsheet, be the tortoise. I think this card has come up in every reading so far. Now, the reason I say keep on keeping on, we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse as well. If not your mother, there is some female in reverse who causes you emotional upset. Could be a sister, could be a colleague, could be a friend. It's causing you emotional upset. And somehow you need to uncouple yourself from that. Detach from that without being detached. In other words, you need to get yourself out of that while still remaining open and vulnerable. Not doing what Capricorns can do, which is to shut off. Because then you shut off from everything. And quite honestly, you've got some gorgeous possibilities here. And I wouldn't want you to shut off from these. Major Arcana, the World. A new cycle, a new journey. Fantastic card. I mean, it's like it's the kind of, not the denouement of the Major Arcana, but it's where it's all headed. You know, the Fool going on his journey, he ends up with the world. It's like having the world at your feet. And then also we have the Two of Cups. This is the offer to do something you love. It could be a job. It's a fair exchange is no robbery, as my mum says. But it is a fair exchange. Fair exchange. But there's love and there's kindness in that exchange. Something is coming in for you. Coupled with that, the Two of Wands. And this is a merchant scoping out territory and staking his territory in the ground. And this is the very opposite of that. But it's this feeling of lack that's going to get you to this place, that's actually going to motivate you to find it, or already is. Which sounds weird, but it isn't. So the fact that you had no escape from it actually was a good thing, because it was going to benefit you. You are driven by this fear of lack, or this false perception of lack. But where it drives you is a very nice place. I've got a super itchy nose, Capricorn. Super itchy nose. Valentine is right behind me. There we are. I thought she was marauding. She was a minute ago. But she was just scoping her territory. Like the merchant. Weren't you, Val? Are you scoping your territory? Oh. Hello, gorgeous. Valentine went missing last night. I was extremely upset. And I went shaking cat crunchies in the street like a lunatic. Like I've heard other women doing in my street sometimes. You're like this. 6 hours of missing. I did not know what to do. And then her and her mum Leia nonchalantly strolled down the stairs. So they'd been hiding somewhere. I was thrilled. Haha, Capricorn. Expectations, one of the victim cards. This is to do with setting goals rather than expectations. Think of goals as the flags and think of expectations as mountains. If you set your goals enough times, you will reach the top of the mountain. If you don't reach it first time, you can just move the flag. If you go by expectations and try the mountain straight away, you might fail and get straight down to the bottom. Capricorns sometimes have issues with self-esteem to do with what they're capable of, which is ridiculous because Capricorns are so capable. But it's because you're so capable and actually you're so perfectionist about work that you're the first to criticise yourself if you don't scale the mountain every day. You don't have to scale the mountain every day, Capricorn. You just need to make it to the flag and make it to the flag and make it to the flag, and at one point the flag will be at the top. Okay? You go, there's the bottom of the mountain and there's the top. But something or someone is going to help you get there. Zippity-doo-dah. I love that for you. Let's have a look at love. While my nose blocks itself. No apparent reason. Ah. Could be you, Valentine. Could be you, sweetheart. Of course it isn't. That just fell on the floor as well. We like that. Long-term investment, money coming in over a period of time. Love an Ace of Pentacles. Right, Capricorn Love, November 2017. Using a different tarot pack now, Cap. We are using the Mythic Tarot. Woo! Juliet Sharman Burke and Liz Green. The Tarot of Sneezes. I don't know what happens sometimes when I do this. Perfectly alright. Start doing the reading and it's like Sneezy McBreezy. One and that one. Ooh. I'm in two minds about that one, so we're having that one. Right, Capricorn love. I'm getting that do 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 do. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. We used to have an advert here in the UK. I can't remember what it was for, but it was two ladybugs going towards each other with that music. It was hilarious. Ooh. Wow. Whoa. Itchy ear now. Okay. Excuse my snorting, Capricorn. Sniffing and snorting. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. You might be feeling it actually this month. As in, I like to say lust actually. I know in Aleister Crowley's pack, the Thoth Tarot, that this is lust, I think. And that's what I'm feeling, you know, there's Heracles and the lion. I suppose he is near naked and stuff. So that could be something to do with it. But nevertheless, yeah. I'm feeling like you're going to be feeling like it. You could meet someone you find very attractive very quickly. We've got the Page of Wands. This is things moving quickly. This is attraction streaking across. Again, it's quite, you know, quite Barry White-ish, isn't it? This person as well, very masculine. Now the Emperor, this is for me a masculine card. So this is just for Capricorn ladies. A very masculine chap. This is Aries. And this is Zeus in this particular pack with his lightning bolts and his universe and his eagle and all that stuff. Somebody who does not mess about. Now Capricorn, this might not be a keeper because it's definitely chemistry, it's definitely attraction, it's definitely quick. You've got skeletons in the cupboard though. Either side of the Emperor, I've got the 8 of Swords and the 10. There was a situation, 8 of Swords, where you were entrapped in your own mind about somebody for a long time, could be 8 years. Had you have known what you know now, you'd know you could walk free, but those are the furies in your head. Could have been a lot of jealousy, distrust, whatever it was. It's like being in a prison. I feel like that's past because here's the furies again, and this time it's the 10. And Athene here is telling them to rack off, as they used to say in Neighbours. And they do rack off. And there's you recovering on the ground. Now you're recovered. Spring is springing, you know. I know it's not spring, but spring can spring even when it's just been Halloween, to be honest. And Capricorn has quite a high sex drive often and should not really ignore it. You know, you heard it here first. Sex is really good for you, Capricorn. It's a physical expression. It helps balance out all that cerebral action and perfectionism with a bit of, you know, that. Bit of that, a bit of something something, as they say. Yeah, you're feeling it. We've got the 4 of... getting boiling now. Hey, it's getting hot in here. Got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse as well. And this is letting go of feelings, you know. You could meet someone where it's going to be pretty difficult to keep it in your pants, quite honestly. And just watch out for that. Just watch out, because I've also got in here But I feel this was the person in the past, the King of Swords. Sometimes depicted as a chess player. He's cold and he's strategic. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign person. Or could have just behaved like that, you know, that kind of Ice King. I'm going to call him the Ice King when he's in the reverse. You don't. This is not about the Ice King anymore, Capricorn. No more Ice King, okay? Gone. Now we have Heracles, hot and heavy. That's 3 H's. Heracles, hot and heavy. I like that. And then we have the Lovers. Choice. And this is about how you choose who you schmooze, okay? We've got Paris here choosing between 3 women. He's got Helen of Troy, Aphrodite and Athene. Emotional intelligence, physical beauty and that elusive X factor that launched 1,000 ships. And do you know what he does? In fact, I'm trying to think what he does. Well, he obviously goes for Helen of Troy because then we have the Trojan War, don't we? Didn't work out so well for him, the outcome, and not that well from anybody else either. He went for looks. Well, he went for the X Factor. He went for what he felt, you know. Now, Capricorn, that might be good for you at the moment, you know. It might be good for you, and why not? So long as you know what you're doing. You may not, after this episode, be ready for a full thing anyway. A fling might be just what the doctor ordered. Let's have Chuck Spezzano's love cards. Hey, Val. Yeah, I forgive you for disappearing and hiding upstairs. And I still don't know where. Ah, there we are. Fear of commitment. You may feel that way. They may feel that way. It may not be the right time for commitment. But be open. What my friend used to call open sandals and an open heart. Undefended. Remember we had the 9 of Wands in reverse. Don't defend it. Be open. Even if you don't want a commitment or whatever it is, or you do, so long as you're honest and open about it and you own your own heart, there's nothing wrong with what you want or don't want. Just communicate it. But happiness is available, Capricorn, should you choose to take it. Should you choose to take it. Let's have a Chuck Spezzano Enlightenment card for the love portion of your reading as well. Ooh. Unconscious meaninglessness. This is how you feel unconsciously or subconsciously about love. That's really interesting. And do you know why? That's the reason why you need to keep a good sex life, Capricorn, if you can. Because it's like good food, isn't it? Which Capricorns often like. Good food, good sex. It's good to balance the material and the sensual with the psychological. Because Capricorn is a sign that ruminates. You ruminate on things. Not necessarily in a good way. Saturn can be a bit, you know, of a stiff shirt, really. And it helps you loosen the collar, okay? Just reflect. I'm going to have a quick look, actually, on how you might have felt love was meaningless. And challenge it, yeah. This is about reconnecting. There are ways to reconnect yourself, such as stepping through the meaninglessness to love or to reach out to help someone. This can also reconnect you at a higher level. Many times, though, you are in so much meaninglessness that your ego will try to stop you by making you feel even this would be meaningless. When you're in this battleground between the ego and the higher mind, you can ask your higher mind to carry you out of this place. and on to the next step. Okay, there's your higher mind. I would also challenge, if you can, with your higher mind, your sense of meaninglessness. Yes, this King of Swords character, you know, was a bit of an exacting type. Yes, he may have gouged a piece out of you before he went, or she went. But that's one person. That's one person. And as the proverb goes, one swallow does not a summer make. Or as a friend once said to me, one swallow does not a boyfriend make. How true is that? Now, moving swiftly on. Yes. Healing. Healing, healing, healing. Healing is available to you through this. Openness to love, to possibilities, to friends, to life, to the universe, because openness will trump meaninglessness. Like that. There we go. Oh, I think I just biffed Valentine with some meaninglessness. She doesn't know the meaning of meaninglessness. Capricorn, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. I enjoyed your reading. I want comments. Keep them clean, keep them legal, but keep them coming. See you soon. Bye.